On the vision board of every individual, one of the things that you see is wealth. In other words, for everyone who has a vision board, which I think you do, you're going to be seeing, yes, this is the house I want to live in. This is the car I want to drive. These are the schools I want my children to go to. These are the holiday location or vacation sites that I want to visit. But it all boils down to one thing, that everybody wants to become wealthy. But the question we then have to ask ourselves is, what does it take to become wealthy? Now, in order for you to become wealthy, it is important you identify and look at people who have already become wealthy and analyze what they actually did to get there. It is called modeling. What does that mean? It means that you identify somebody who is somewhere you want to be, and then find out what they actually did, then you model your life to suit that, then ultimately you are going to be getting there. Now, there are various qualities that actually make people wealthy, that can actually make people to become successful in life. And these qualities vary from one person to another. But on the podcast today, I want to share with you 7 core qualities of wealthy people and what you can integrate in your life today so that you can become successful and, most importantly, take your life to the next level. You ready? Let's get excited into it. Number 1, strong work ethics. Every wealthy person you know, every successful person you know in the world has a strong work ethics. Yes, you may see them today sitting on the beach, traveling around the world, sitting on their yacht, but then you have to understand that they have spent 10, 15, 20 years working, and they still hold that work ethics highly. So if you want to become wealthy, you want to become successful, you have to develop a strong work ethics. So back in school, whilst people were going to the nightclub, people were having fun, Mark Zuckerberg and others were locked in their room, writing the codes, finding out issues about Facebook. The same thing happens to Microsoft. Bill Gates, whilst people are doing something else, they are walking around, writing codes, marketing the product, strong work ethics. Jeff Bezos, Amazon, the same thing. Whilst people are walking around, he decided, I want to build a company. And if I want to build a company, I need to do A, B, C, and D. Strong work ethics. Whatever it is that you want to achieve, if you really want to become wealthy, then you need to develop strong work ethics. Now, that means that you have the mindset of working hard, working extra hours, willing to work unusual hours. There are some people, they are like, oh, Saturdays and Sundays there, I don't work. Yes, it's your swag. You don't work Saturdays and Sundays, but you broke. Okay, you broke. You cannot afford 3 square meal. You broke. You cannot pay for your rent. You broke. You don't like your life. You broke. You don't like the house you live in. You broke. You don't like your life because nothing in your life is actually making you happy. But you have the effrontery to say that, hey, I work 9 to 5. I don't work Saturdays and Sunday. How can you become wealthy? Because we live in the world where many people are very delusional. There are people who are like, yeah, I want to become wealthy, but they don't have strong work ethics. You call them, hey, I want you to do this thing for me. Then they are watching football match. Yes, you can watch football match, but don't finish with that and come and complain that you broke. If you want to become successful, you have to be willing to go the extra mile. If everybody is working 10 hours, you have to be willing to go 15 hours, to go 16 hours. It is called strong work ethics, because the only way you can be part of the upper echelon, the only way you can become successful, the only way you can separate yourself from everybody else is to have a strong work ethics, which means going the extra mile and doing what they cannot do. Because if everybody is working 9 to 5, resting on Saturdays and Sunday, everybody is doing the bare minimum, then you will all be the same. Then you cannot distinguish yourself. But the goal of every individual, which I know it's in your heart, is to distinguish yourself. You want to be the best of the best. You want to be in the upper echelon. You want to be in the upper class. But the only way you get there is to have strong work ethics. Number 2 is persistence. Listen to me. Building wealth is going to take time. On your journey of becoming wealthy, on your journey of becoming successful, there is going to be failures. Some investment will go bad. Some issues may not work the way you expect them to work, but you got to be persistent. You have to continue. You cannot give up. Yes, you may try the first time, it is going to fail. You may try the second time, it's going to fail. You may try the third time, it's going to fail. But persistence means you keep going. You keep going. You keep going. The most important thing is when you fail, you learn the lesson. You find out, oh, I didn't do this well. Probably that is why I didn't get this result. So in the next one, I'm not going to do that again, and let's see the results I get. You want to become wealthy, you must learn to be persistent. It simply means that you have to be willing to think long term. Listen, it's not going to happen overnight. You're not going to become wealthy tomorrow. It's not going to be happening a week from now. Probably 5 years from now, it's still not going to happen. But you have to continue to work hard. You have to continue to excel. You must be consistent. There will be setbacks in your way, but you have to be willing that when there is a setback, you are able to jump over it. There's going to be some limitations on your path, but you will have to be willing to overcome all the setbacks. Number 3, financial literacy. It is amazing how I see a lot of people who want to become successful but have zero financial literacy. In other words, they don't know how to make money. They don't know how to keep money. They don't know how to multiply money. Listen to me. Becoming wealthy means having a high level of financial literacy. It is important you understand the difference between assets and liabilities. It is important you understand what it means by making money, what it means by keeping the money. In other words, you make $5,000. How much of the $5,000 you actually keep after taxes? It means you have to educate yourself about taxes. What are the various reliefs available? What are the various arrangements available in the tax code that I can take advantage of so that I don't have to pay a lot of taxes on the income that I earn, so that I can keep a lot of the money? But it is not about keeping the money in the savings account so that when something happens, I can go and withdraw it and finance the thing. No, the purpose of saving that money is to be able to put that money into another investment. But it is important you have an understanding that not every investment opportunity should be taken. So you have to understand, what can I invest in? And you only invest in what you understand. You only invest in what you have experience about. You only invest knowing the people who are behind that investment instrument. You don't just invest because you want to make more money. So financial literacy, it's crucial if you want to become wealthy. There are people who work all their life, 30 years, 40 years, only for them to go on retirement and realize that there is no significant amount of money in their pension fund. There is no significant amount of money available on their so-called investments that they have been making all their life. Why? Because they ignored financial literacy. If you want to become wealthy, then you have to know about money. It is important. The unfortunate thing is that there is no course in the university where you learn about money. No lecture in the university teaches you how to make money. Nobody teaches you how to keep money. Nobody teaches you how to multiply money. You have to have a high level of financial literacy, because until you have a high level of financial literacy to be able to distinguish between what an asset is and what a liability is, you cannot be wealthy. And that is why you see people, when they start making money, then you see them, they go and buy luxurious cars. They start living in luxurious apartments. Then they start living luxurious lifestyle. They start wearing brand clothing with a lot of, show off, just to let people know that, yes, they have arrived. But at the end of the day, they have nothing to show for it. They think that, yeah, driving a luxurious car, it's an asset. It's an asset. No. It's rather killing them. And the most important thing is that they make the money and then they use that money to finance that lifestyle, and they go around. It's like the rat race. They continue in that rat race and they never come out of that. It is important that if you are going to be wealthy, you know the difference between what asset is, what liabilities are, and most importantly, how to make money, how to keep money, and how to multiply money. Now, to give you some glimpse on financial literacy, you can visit our website, NhyiraPremium.com. You can check the comment section. I'm going to be leaving a link on that particular video. I did a masterclass on financial literacy, how to make money, how to keep money, and how to multiply money. And I think that masterclass will help you so that you can develop the basics of financial literacy, so you build on that so you can become wealthy. Because I really want you to become wealthy, but you need to have a strong financial literacy so you don't end up just like how others have ended up. Now, the fourth quality of wealthy people is risk-taking. To become wealthy in life, it is important you understand that you have to take some risks. Now, you have to be careful here, because the fact that you have to take risks doesn't mean that you take every risk. You need to be able to take what is called calculated or articulated risk. In other words, you have to understand the various dynamics in respect of the decisions that you want to make, but you have to take some risks. Let's say you want to become wealthy, and for you to become wealthy, you decide that, hey, I need to start my own business. Are you willing to take that risk? Now, it is risky to start your own business. Yes, I know somebody will say that, yeah, all billionaires and millionaires are not employees, they are business owners. Yes, they are all business owners. Most of them are also investors. The question is, what is the level of risk you can take? So if you resign from where you are working today and the small savings you have, then you jump on and say, I want to become entrepreneur, then you start a business. That is not how you take risk. Taking risk means that you are still working in the company, then you are doing the business on a side hustle. So when you close from work, when you come home, you use the rest of your time to work on your business, because you have to test the market. You have to start generating some money until your business is generating significant amount of money, equivalent or more than what you get as your monthly salary. You cannot just jump in it. Now, there are some few people who jump off the cliff. I did. I jumped off the cliff. I started my business without having any savings in my account, because people will say, hey, if you want to start a business, have a savings of about 6 to 12 months so that in case the business doesn't go well, you fall back to that money and keep yourself going. I had zero. My bank account was negative, and I launched myself out and started my business. Now, the reason I did that was because I understood the dynamics. I had done my market research. I had done my analysis. I had done whatever it is that is supposed to be done. And I know the kind of lifestyle that I want to live. And I was willing to watch it 10 years. And I gave myself 10 years. And I said, hey, if in 10 years this thing doesn't work, I'm still young. I can go back to something else. That is not a problem for me. So I just jumped off the cliff. I took the risk. I was young. I had no money. What do I have to lose? If it doesn't work, I jumped the cliff. But for most of you, when you want to jump, it has to be a calculated jump. My question to you is this. Maybe you want to start a business. You're watching this video right now. You want to start a business. The question is, that is a risk you are about to take. But have you done the analysis? What is the market size? What is the demand? Who are your key competitors? What are their strengths? What are their weaknesses? What competitive edge do you have? What is your value proposition? What is it that you are offering in the marketplace to let people stop buying from your competitors to come and buy from you? What have you done? So yes, wealthy people take risks, but they take articulated or calculated risks. They do all the analysis, then they launch out. Let me also say this. There are sometimes the analysis will not make sense. The data will not make sense. The analyst may fail, and you still have to jump if you have a strong instinct that this thing is going to work well. Because one of the things that distinguishes wealthy people from others, successful people from other people, is they have a strong instinct. So when they are taking a risk, yes, the data is there, the analysis is there, everything is there, but they have that strong edge. The sixth sense is activated in such a manner that they know that this thing will be successful. They know that this thing is going to fail. But you got to take some risks. And those risks must be calculated risks. My question is this: are you willing to risk it? Are you willing to take any risk? What risk are you willing to take? That depends on you. The next quality of wealthy people is discipline. Listen to me. You cannot become wealthy, you cannot become successful if you don't have high level of discipline. Discipline means doing what you ought to do when it must be done. That's all. Discipline means doing what you ought to do when it must be done. In other words, you may not feel for it, but you have to do it. You may not be comfortable with it, but you have to do it. You may not be excited about it, but you have to do it. That is discipline. Coming out of your comfort zone and breaking the shell of limitation, that is what discipline means. If you want to become wealthy, you want to become successful, you want to take your life to the next level, you want to be part of the 1% of the 1% in the society, then may I suggest to you, you have to develop high level of discipline. Discipline in your finances. So maybe you are working right now, you are earning salary. You have to discipline yourself, knowing how much you spend, knowing how much to save, knowing how much to invest. You must have a discipline. Yes, although all your friends are buying the new iPhone, all your friends are buying the new Samsung, all your friends are buying the new clothing, the new watches, the new sunglasses, the new cars, discipline means you set yourself apart and tell yourself, yeah, it will be nice to have this phone. It will be nice to have this car. It will be nice to wear this dress. But I think that I would rather put this money down and invest it into something. Maybe I'll buy some stocks. Maybe I'll buy some government bonds. Maybe I'll do some investment. Maybe I'll put this into my business. That is called discipline. Discipline is knowing that something that you want to do, you cannot do it. So maybe all your friends, it's weekend, they are all having fun, they are traveling around, they are going to places, but you have not reached that level yet. The money you have, discipline means you put that into an investment fund, you put that into your business so that you don't go and squander that money. Now, it means you have to make some sacrifices, but that is what it takes. That is what it takes. In the initial stages of your wealth building career, of your success journey, you cannot do everything and still become successful. You have to discipline yourself. So although all your friends are going on vacation, although all your friends are out having fun, you cannot go there. Why? Because you will need that money to invest in your business. You will need that time to probably work on your business, to work on your ideas, to do some research, to read some articles. It is called discipline. If you want to become wealthy, if you want to become successful, then you have to be willing to do what you ought to do when it must be done. So my question to you is this: how disciplined are you? You started this year with certain goals, with certain aspirations. There were certain things you wanted to do. There were certain things you wanted to achieve this year. My question to you is this: have you achieved them? Did you do them? Or you gave yourself excuses, or you postpone it? Because one of the signs of indiscipline is procrastination. And so, oh, I will do it tomorrow. Oh, I will do it next week. Oh, when my next month's salary comes, I will do it. Oh, this month I need to remove this money and take this money to do this. Procrastination is the thief of success. And the reason why many people do not achieve their goals, don't become successful in life, and never become wealthy is because they always procrastinate what it takes and what they must do in order for them to become successful. But my friends, if you want to become successful, may I suggest to you, you have to develop a high level of discipline in your personal life, in the use of your time, in your finances, in your lifestyle, and in everything you do. You must develop a high level of discipline. It is not going to be conventional. People will not be comfortable with you. People are going to insult you. I've had people who call me a lot of names because I have high level of discipline. I realized and looked at my life and I saw that nobody is going to come to save me. The government will not come and save me. My family members will not come and save me. Nobody will come and save me. I need to put my life in my own hands. So I develop a high level of discipline. There is a way I spend my time. There is a way I do my things. And I've had people over the years talk to me. Oh, you are workaholic. You are too focused. Oh, you don't do this. You don't spend time with us. You don't do this with us. I need to discipline myself, because if I want to be part of the 1%, if I want to reach the top, if I want to be around the people I want to be around and live the life I want to live, I cannot be like everyone else. My question is, how disciplined are you? The sixth quality of successful people is networking. You see, your network is your net worth. So if you want to become successful, you want to become wealthy, the question you need to ask yourself is, what is my network? So I want you to take your phone right now. Take your phone right now and go through your contacts on your phone, or probably your email list if you do email, or your Skype if you have Skype accounts, whatever it is. And I want you to go through your contact list. Do that right now. And I want you to flip through or go through your contact list and find out how many people in upper echelons, how many people in places and in position and doing what you want to do, contacts you have on your phone. Do it right now. It's called networking. For most of you, you want to become wealthy. You want to become the best in your industry. You want to be part of the 1%. Maybe you want to be a politician. Maybe you want to be this, you want to be that, but you don't have the contact of anybody, any person who is already there or who is climbing that ladder. How can you achieve that goal? How can you achieve that objective? How can you actually get there? Networking is key. Because you see, for the most part, there are a lot of things that you are looking for. You can only get them when someone whispers into your ears. There are a lot of investment opportunities that many people get because of their network. There are positions that many people are appointed into, not just because they are qualified, it's because of network. So there is a common saying in the world that it is who you know. But technically, it's actually who knows you. So you realize that somebody will say, I finished school with this guy. This guy was a slack. This guy doesn't have any qualification. But look at him. He has been appointed to cover or to be in this position. It is networking. So as you are there thinking that, you are studying, as you are there thinking that you are working on your certificate, as you are there thinking that you are working hard, that alone doesn't get the job done. If it is hard work alone, probably the garbage man will be a billionaire. Probably your, contractor, the one who built your house for you, will be a billionaire. Because it is not just hard work. You need network. Hard work plus network equals success. So work on yourself. Become excellent. Stand out, be persistent, be the best of your class, be the best of your industry. But you need to have some people who can mention your name in places of authority. You need to have some people who can refer you to certain people so that you can achieve your goals. If you think it is just going to be about your hard work, may I suggest to you, you will never get there. So my question to you is this: how many people in your contacts right now who are where you want to be, or who are going to where you want to be, who are traveling on the journey of where you want to be in your contact? How many people do you have in your contact who are already achieving what you want to achieve? Now the question then is, where do I get some of these contacts from? Definitely you have to attend events. Events that are in your interest, you attend events. Because when you attend events of your interest, chances are you're going to meet a lot of people who are in a lot of position in your career, in your marriage. So my question to you is this: I'm not saying delete the number of the people who are on your contact who are not achieving anything that you want to achieve. And I'm not saying that distance yourself from them, don't talk to them, don't spend time with them. All I am saying is this: where you want to be, you must be mentored into that. You have to be called to that realm. Someone must usher you to that realm. You can't do it on your own. Your qualification alone cannot take you there. Your prayers alone cannot take you there. Your fasting alone cannot take you there. The spiritual realm is going to be open. Your hard work is going to be coming in. But you need somebody to mention your name. You need somebody to whisper something in your ears. You need somebody to tell you, do it this way. Go here. Say it like this. Do it like this. And that is how you become successful. One of the luxuries that I've had by the grace of God is the number of people who are around me. And through networking, that is where you hear about mentorship. The number of people who are around me. So I am guided. You want to do this? Go this way. Do it this way. Present it this way. This is how you do it. If you do it this way, you're going to fail. So do it this way. Approach it this way. And bam, bam, bam. Everything is going as planned. Why? Because of the network that I have. And the last quality of wealthy people is creativity. 99.9% of the time, whatever it is that you want to become, whatever it is that you want to achieve has been done already. But it is important you understand that you don't think linear. You don't think linear. You have to be able to think, quote unquote, outside the box. And you have to be creative. You need to find new ways of doing the same thing. Creativity and innovation is crucial if you want to become successful and be wealthy in life. So my question to you is this: how creative are you? How innovative are you? Now, you can only reach that level of creativity and innovation through exposure. Exposure in terms of life experiences, exposure in terms of the books you read, exposure in terms of the movies you watch, exposure in terms of the podcasts that you listen to, because all of these things will drop new ideas that will help you to do the same thing but in a different manner. So you want to become wealthy? You want to become successful? You want to stand out? You want to be part of the 1% of the 1%? Then you have to have a strong work ethics. Then you have to be persistent. You need to be willing to have a high level of financial literacy, but most importantly, you have to be comfortable taking some risks. Then you must discipline yourself, make sure you build quality network, but most importantly, have some creativity along the line. The bonus thing that you need to understand is this: that all wealthy people believe in something superior. Listen to me carefully. There is always the spiritual aspect of everything. Things don't just happen. Things don't just happen. If you're a Christian, make sure you take God seriously, because the God factor is there. The grace of God is there. The supernatural is real. And all successful people, all wealthy people, yes, they may not say they are Christians, but they believe in a supernatural. They believe in the supernatural, and they believe that there is something that has to be done. That is why they will do a lot of charities. Why? Because they believe in the principle of sowing and reaping. They believe in the principle of becoming the eye to the blind, the feet to the lame, the father to the fatherless, the mother to the motherless, and the husband to the divorced. So you can criticize them. They are not Christians. They are not Muslims. They are not spiritual, but they have and understand spiritual principles than you do. So take that seriously, that if you want to become successful, beyond all of the 7 things that I've shared with you, you understand the spiritual dynamics of becoming successful. If you do that, you will become successful, build the wealth that you want to build, and most importantly, enjoy your life. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.